Hey everyone, welcome to another book review. Today I'm going to feature this comic book called the Ollie Comics Diary of a First-Time Dad. This comic book is written and drawn by my friend Drewscape. This comic book has slightly over 100 pages and this is in paperback format. The stories in this book are actually from real life experience from my friend who became a dad 2 years ago. So let's take a look at what's inside. This is Olivia. You may have seen her in one of my other videos, but she's not so small. She is almost 2 to 3 years old now. So let's take a look at some of the stories in the book. This is the day that Ollie was born, and this was drawn on location. So Andrew took his sketchbook to the hospital. So all these were drawn as it happens on that day. They were checking into the hospital. They got their hospital bed. They have their nanny and relatives there waiting for Ollie to be born. Ollie, by the way, is the short form for Olivia. And that's Ollie. And she is very cute. This is Yvonne, Drewscape's wife. She says that she looks better in comic form than in video. So that's the charm of hand-drawn art. And all these are actually drawn on location as well. So he draws on the sketchbook and writes on the sketchbook as well and uses watercolor over the lines. Some of the letterings are from his own handwriting, but some are actually rewritten with digital text so that it's easier to read. So this is his first experience holding the baby. There are actually several helpful tips for new parents. For example, this one is on how to carry your newborn. You should rest the head over the arm, not on the arm. The drawing style is very loose, very casual. I find it very lovely. And this is a story about how they clean the baby, how they change the diapers. And for these few pages, it's about how they carry on with their life with this new addition to their family. And all these are stories that happen almost every day in their life. Like how you do not get a lot of sleep with the new baby, how to make the baby sleep, how you can still exercise with the baby, how to feed the baby. Some of the drawings are drawn with pen and ink, some are actually drawn with markers. So Drewscape's he likes to use a variety of different medium. So for example here, this was drawn with marker. And earlier on in the first few pages, those were colored with watercolor. But these few pages, they were colored with computer, digital colors. This is one of my favorite stories because I see this quite often on the public train. We have parents holding their kid and suddenly the kid would just move around restlessly and make a lot of noise. And this is how you can do to pacify the kid. Just let the kid play with the handlebars of the train. This is another story that I really like because it's very funny. So Drewscape is trying to find the toilet, the restrooms, and he brought Olivia into the guy's restroom. And while he's doing his thing, we see Olivia trying to copy what he's doing. Kids, they learn very fast and they learn very fast from their own parents, so that's really funny. So throughout the books there are a lot of humorous stories and some pretty heartwarming stories as well, like what happens when your kid is sick, how do you take care of the kid. Oh, this is a good one. So here we have Yvonne, who is very tired, and Ollie keeps wanting to nurse, and so Drewscape decided to use this trick to nurse Ollie. So basically he packed this pack of milk here and let Ollie drink, and I'm surprised it actually worked. So this comic book is basically filled with all these funny stories and real life experiences. When I got to the end of the book, I really wish that there were 200 or even 300 pages instead of just 100 pages. And for the last few pages, we have Drewscape explaining his process when it comes to creating all these comics. So some were actually drawn on paper, some were drawn on the iPad. This is a wonderful book that I can recommend to everyone because it has universal appeal. You don't have to be a parent in order to enjoy the stories inside this book. And if you happen to have friends who are going to become parents or who are parents, I think this will make a wonderful gift. Now, this book is currently sold at all major bookstores in Singapore. If you happen to be overseas and you want a copy, you can get it through Drewscape's website. The link is in the video description below. He will ship it overseas. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.